Just remember, Gomer says hey. Or I said hey for Gomer because Gomer's not here. Well, it's time again for a another vinyl update. And I have quite a bit to show in this video, so let's go with it. The first few here are sort of like a theme. We got Beyond the Reef, the Hawaiian guitars of Buddy Merrill. And I'm not even sure, I recognize the name Buddy Merrill. I'm not sure if I actually have another record or by him. But that's an awesome picture right there. It's really cool. So yeah, Buddy Merrill. Nice Hawaiian stuff. And this is sort of like a Hawaiian themed movie. I'm sure everyone's seen this, South Pacific. You see this quite frequently at thrift stores when you go out. And I'm not sure if I had this, so I wanted to pick up a pretty good copy. I found 2 copies of this actually 3 copies in the past 2 thrift stores I went to. And this one, it has the living stereo up here across the top, which is the logo that I like. So I went ahead and picked that one up. And I haven't seen the movie yet, so I need to see the movie. I hear it's really good if you like the Polynesian type thingamabobs. This one, The Magic of Hawaii, Moki Kaui Hui and his orchestra. I probably didn't say that right, but hey. That's pretty cool. All of these, I think, except for maybe 1 or 2, I found all at the same thrift store. Phase 4 record, Hawaiian Swang, Werner Mueller and his orchestra. So, I'd said in a recent video that you never see Hawaiian records anymore. They used to show up by the gobs. Well, I guess I ate those words, didn't I? And then this one, the Waikikis with Hawaii Tattoo. That's pretty cool. I like that one. So, that's on Cap Records. And this one, 101 Strings and Hawaiian Paradise. I know I've seen this one before. Probably have it somewhere in these shelves, in these stacks. But I've been sort of curious as to... I've read an article recently on 101 Strings, or no, it was the documentary I watched a while back, and they were saying how they had a lot of famous players, other than session players, that plays on a lot of their recordings. So it just made me enticed to want to get as many as I could, you know, or at least the ones that jump out at me. This is Sacred Music in the Hawaiian style. Bud Tutmark, steel guitar, and Lauren Whitney, pipe organ. So that looks really cool. Got their lays on there. And this is a gospel record, so that's sort of unusual. Waco, Texas, on Sacred Records. So yeah, that looked sort of interesting. And then on to some different stuff. Speaking of gospel, here's another one. Wendy Bagwell, the known comic. I have a couple other Wendy Bagwell records, and he is, it's like Southern Gospel, but he's also like a comedian of sorts. And this has the Known Comic album, which is on Canaan Records. And then it also had another record stashed in there, 3 German Police Dogs, Wendy Bagwell and the Sunlighters Live. So, 2 records for the price of 1. If you're not familiar with Wendy Bagwell, I mean, if it's your thing, he does a, I don't know if you're familiar with churches, especially Southern churches that used to do snake handling, and some of them probably still do. They used to drink strychnine, and I don't know what all they used to do, but anyway, there's a song that he, or a comedy skit that they did on one of their records about, it's called Rattlesnakes or something like that, and it's pretty hilarious. It's about going to a church that handles snakes, and he had never been to it before, and you should check that out. It's Wendy Bagwell. It's just Rattlesnakes, I think's the name of it, or something about that. You can find it on YouTube, I'm sure. Check that out. It's pretty hilarious. This record I just jumped at the chance to get it. This is also a gospel record. Singing Together like we did back home, Mary Jane and Polly, but I realized I already have this record. But it's just such an awesomely ridiculous cover. So this is Mary Jane and Polly with the Dick Bulk singers and Jim Owens, director and arranger. So there you go. And then this one, Mary Jane and Barbara singing together like we do at home. So that one was Polly and this one's Barbara. So I'm assuming Polly was her sister and Barbara's her daughter. So that was pretty cool to find both of them at the same place, I thought. Bona Fleming, his testimony and red-hot sermon preached at God's Bible School. It's a sort of a generic cover there, but usually the generic ones are, for some reason, very enticing to me. Look at this picture here. Isn't that great? That's just great. And I haven't listened to this one yet, but I'm sure it'll be good. Rip-roarious. Is that a word? And these two, the next two records here, I had to look twice. I was like, I just thought it was a duplicate, but no. No. Evangelist Betty Skates sings, "Let Me Walk With You, Jesus." And that's a, nice little scenery there. There's the back cover. And then this one is Love Is Why, the Bloomfield Family. Sing double there, I imagine. See, these are if you can't tell, these are the same picture. One's a little lighter colored than the other one. They're both on the same record label, and one's made in Cincinnati and one's made in Waynesville, both in Ohio. So I don't know, I just thought that was really cool and strange. Leave it to me to pick up on something that's, I'm buying this stuff. Who else is buying it? Evangelistic singing with the McCools, Spencer and Joyce. And they are McCool, aren't they? They are very McCool. So, yes it is. One More River. I'm going to Shout and Shine. This was done in Johnson City, Tennessee. I don't see a year. This one was really cool. I think this is pronounced The Burnt Sisters Sing a New Song. Got the sticker over the burnt part. $1.98. I only paid $1, so I got a bargain on this one. So yeah, don't you just love their outfits? How could you not love that? Like, it's probably just me, but the bottom's ripped out here, but for 99 cents and the cool cover, and hey, this was an unusual one. And I don't know why I didn't get the other one, but this is the Carter family, Mid the Green Fields of Virginia. And I don't think I have any of the Carter family on vinyl. I don't even think I have any on CD. And they had Mother Maybell Carter, an album of hers, and I don't know why I didn't get that. Well, she's on this one, of course, but I don't know. Soft and Sweet. I almost said Soft and Wet, and that's a Prince song. Soft and Sweet with the Three Sons. I have the one with the cat on the cover, and this is obviously not the cat. The Three Sons is a cool and strange artist, bachelor pad sort of type stuff. Some of their stuff. This one was cool. The Tramps, Disco Inferno. I'd never seen this record before. I love the song. I have it on a compilation. It's on my iPod. I've had that on an 8-track even at one time on the rock album, K-Tel's rock album. So, but I'd never seen the record or the whole actual album. So I had to pick that up. It's got I Feel Like I've Been Living on the Dark Side of the Moon is a song that's on here. But the original version of Disco Inferno on here is 10 minutes and 54 seconds. So that's definitely there's Flash Wilson, the Tramps MC right there. So yeah, that's funny. It looks like this is like supposed to be fire, and there's the record underneath, like it's melting. That's cool. I didn't notice that before. And then this one is the Tramps mixing it up. This one must have came from a radio station, which I've never seen this one either. So these came from Half Price Books. I forgot that I'd went there and got a few records. I don't know when it was exactly. This has Hard Rock and Disco, Music Freak, Dance Contest, Everybody Boogie. This came out in 1980. I think this was 78, 76. And then Lips Incorporated. This was $1.99. Pucker Up. This was their, I want to say it was their second album. The first one was just, it had Funky Town on it, which I have that somewhere. But this one, I'm pretty sure I don't have. I don't know if I've ever seen it or not. You know, I could be completely wrong on that, because I say that with a lot of records, and then I would start moving my stacks around and end up finding it anyway. It's like, how did I ever, this is on Casablanca, but how did I ever, you know, I don't know, I guess I've been buying records for so long that there's just big chunks that I don't remember. You know, I've shopped for so long and looked at so many records. I guess that's why. And the last one here is a Walt Disney Studio record, The Sounds of Outer Space. Galactic sound effects that put you in the action. So there you go. That's action right there, is what that is. Pure, unadulterated action. Yeah. So there's the back, having some more action there. Got some aliens, or alien. This came out in, there's no year on this one either. Why do they do that? They do that just because they know that I can't. 81. See, it's funny because when I look at records like this, I just automatically think of the 70s. I mean, I know it was 81, but it just seems like in the 80s records didn't exist, but I know they did. I was there. This has Escape Through Hyper Jump, Space Probe Launch, Alien Encounters, Battle in Star Fortress, and Galactic Conflict. Plus a complete collection of individual sound effects to create your own cosmic adventures. You get spacecrafts, aliens, lasers, airlocks, control rooms, and much, much more. So yeah, Disney records, can't go wrong. So that's all I have in this vinyl update today. Subscribe, and thanks if you have subscribed. Trying to stay cool in here. It's nice to have air conditioning on a day like today. It's in the mid-90s outside. So I expect it to be raining, because it usually, when it warms up, it usually wants to storm. So leave me some comments, and we'll be seeing you in the next video, like soon, you know.